Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dynasty's Racing League's DRL TV. Tonight I am your host, David Wellborn, and joining me in the booth, as always, is Rod Fassanal. How you doing tonight, Rob?
I'm doing well, Dave.
Well, we in round number 2, or round number 1, race number 2 of the playoffs here at the Grand National Series, Las Vegas. 175 miles, 117 laps here tonight. We're currently riding with the man, David Wright, who almost took this thing for a ride last week at Bristol Motor Speedway. He had an awesome run. Want to give him a big congratulations on his win the next night at Bristol. He didn't win it here, but he won it in the Truck Series, so way to go, David, on that. So congratulations on your win anyway. As we're getting started here, got any predictions?
Well, usual suspects. Kevin Dick, Eric Wolf. Lately Chris Lucky. And Harmon. They're always seem to be up front. Practice. It seemed Eric Wolf was struggling a little bit. So I don't know how he'll do, but those are the four to watch. Probably I think we're probably going to see a Chris Lucky win tonight.
Well, you had to steal my guy, but I think
Me go first.
I'm actually going to go with
You said TBB was good here.
yeah, I'm choosing between TBB and what's his name, Eric Wolf. I think I'm going to go with Eric Wolf because he just put that thing in second. And we know how he likes to play the fuel mileage, and he was really good here last year, or in the last race that he was here. So I think my pick is Eric Wolf. That's who I'm going to go with.
And we're going 12 cars tonight. I don't think we're going to see stops for caution to top off. So, Wolf's got a good shot at playing that fuel game and making this a one-stop race.
And Harmon, I thought, oh, there he goes. We're going to ride on board with Harmon. Let's see what he can does. He said he was going to qualify for every race. So let's see what he does here. Are we going to be underneath the lights here tonight? Yeah, we are going to be underneath the lights, aren't we?
Eventually, we'll go under the lights.
Wow. I can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I said it, and it is official at the end of this broadcast season. I think I'm going to be retiring from broadcasting. So, looking forward to maybe running Talladega next week with you boys. One of my last races I'll run in probably Dynasty Racing League. Probably one of the last races I'll run, period, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be a pretty full field.
Yeah, well, everybody likes Dega, and I haven't won there yet. Love to get a chance to win it, but I already made some plans just in case if I'm sitting in the second position. Might have us a new winner this season, or at least in the playoffs anyway. Well, Harmon's not done too bad. He's put that thing in third. Let's see if he can pick up a little bit more speed here on this last lap.
All he's got to do is pick up just a little bit more.
So I said, just a little bit more.
That was a little bit enough.
That did it. Wow, we didn't even pick him to win this race. And
he's going to dump him.
Who?
Right.
Who? Wow. I don't know. Wright's got a hell of a position to try to dump him. He's in 11th.
Yeah, he's got to get up there first.
Well, I mean, it's not saying that he can't do it. I don't think he had that great of a start in the Bristol race, and he still played strategy, pit stops, short pitted, and still pulled it off. So, with that being said, we got 28 seconds left to go. Let me go grab a quick cold drink, and I'll be back to do the rundown for the start of this race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back, and we are getting ready to start this race. Oh, see if we can't get through the grid real quick, and I hope I didn't just cut my microphone off. Sometimes
I can still hear you.
When I sit down sometimes or move, I'll accidentally hit the button on my headset, and it will mute me sometimes. So just have to double check that. Had that one race where don't know what happened. The whole thing just shut off on me 10 seconds into the broadcast. Heard everybody else, but not me. All right, Thomas Harmon sitting on the pole. Richard Springer is second. That's going to give Eric Wolf third, Kevin Dick fourth. J.W. Miller fifth, Patrick Calgill is sixth. Chris Lucky seventh, Matt Burgess eighth. Taylor Butcher Benjamin ninth, Dunstan Musial is 10th. And rounding out the field will be David Wright and Mike Springer. 12 drivers, 9 of them on track are actually in competition for this playoff. And I assume that we're going to have a heck of a race here tonight. Don't anticipate a yellow. Not unless maybe there might be some payback from last week. I doubt that will happen, though. But anything's possible. As Thomas Harmon is getting ready to start this race here. Now they'll get this warm-up lap in, and we'll get ready to go green. Now we go to the Roval next week, and we've already, me and you, discussed the 3 of the drivers that are in the playoffs that's not here now, and we know that the chances of them winning the Roval are probably going to be slim to none. So we got one driver in this field here tonight that's going to be sitting on the bubble as to whether or not he makes or breaks it by the time we get to the Roval. Is that correct?
Right now, yes. Right now, and your driver's sitting in position 7, 8, and 9. So the 3 probably potential candidates, are going to be Mike Springer, Matt Burgess, and Dustin Musial are all sitting in that 7, 8, 9, and they're all 5 points apart. I mean, so any one of those 3, and quite frankly, TBB is in the 6th spot, so if he has a disaster tonight, bad things could happen to him too.
Right. Well, I don't imagine too much is going to happen with TBB. I know he's a smart driver. He anticipates it, so he's just sitting back there, and I think he'll be all right. He's right behind Lucky. If he can follow Lucky through this field, I think he'll stand a pretty good chance at transferring over.
And the bottom line is you got to be not last.
Pretty much, yeah. Harmon got a great start. Eric Wolf falling right in behind him. Moves to the top. Block off a little bit of that run from Springer. Looks like he's falling right in tracks to Harmon right there. Oh, wow. This is not the angle I really want. But, hey, look at that. Kevin Dick, the inside. Trying to get to the inside of Eric Wolf. Chris Lucky already coming up through the field to the inside of J.W. Miller. Got Patrick Calgill right behind him. Now, once this thing shakes up and everybody gets single file, I don't anticipate too much of a lot of racing side by side here tonight. Once everything shakes out and everybody gets comfortable, starts turning their laps. Like me and Rob was talking, I do not foresee a yellow flag coming out. I believe this is going to be a green flag race here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody knows what's at stake here. Lucky was able to get past J.W. Miller. Patrick Calgill's trying to do the same. We got Eric Wolf to the inside of Harmon.
Yeah, Wolf takes it low. I think he's going to make this pass.
You got Chris Lucky. He's coming too. He gets to the inside of Kevin Dick. Going to put himself in a nice third position if he can get past him.
Actually, I'm really shocked at how racy these guys already are. Less than 5 laps in.
Wow. Give Lucky up. He's pushing Harmon second. Man, he made that look easy. Cowgill's coming with him.
Cowgill not in the picture for the Grand National Points race.
No, he is a truck driver. But still, doing an awesome job out here. I think he will be transferring over, if I'm not mistaken. He said something about transferring over to the Cup Series or Grand National Series next season if we run. Watching Taylor Butcher Benjamin as he's finally making his way around Harmon.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Patrick's plans are, but there has been talk of him joining King Cop Fosnall Motorsports next year.
Well, look at that. Chris Lucky to the inside of Eric Wolf. Already.
Yeah, pretty sure we're assigning points for laps led, so that could be what's going on early here.
Well, I know you get 1 point for laps led, and you get so many points for leading the most lap, for sure. Cowgill to the inside of Wolf. And yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm really surprised that these gentlemen are putting on the big of a show this early, 7 laps into the run. I wasn't counting on. I figured everybody would get single file and just try to tire manage, and fuel manage this thing, but Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
3 different leaders already.
How many?
3. Lucky, Wolf, and Harmon.
TBB makes it around J.W. Miller. I think everybody finally got single file. Chris Lucky's got him a nice little gap. Of course, he's got Cowgill right behind him. Cowgill not letting him run away with this thing early. He got a heck of a run there. TBB to the inside of Eric Wolf. Not able to make that pass.
Now, as the sun goes down and the lights come up and this track cools off a bit, it will get a little tight.
Watching this Silver Bullet Mustang here of Musel. He's actually doing a pretty decent job here tonight. He just got past Kevin Dick. Like the car. It's going to look really good underneath the lights here. Thomas Harmon's dropped all the way back to 6th after starting on the pole. But you got to imagine that's got to be tire and fuel management going through his head.
Yeah, I hope that's what it is, because he's fallen back quite a bit. I think that's probably intentional and that he's doing it on purpose.
Well, he's got his win. Wink, wink, hint, hint. So he's definitely going to transfer over. Richard Springer was fast, and he looks like he's getting ready to drop all the way to the back of this pack, as he is now backed up all the way to David Wright and Mike Springer. And he's running that high line, so you know he's trying to save tires. Back up front, Cowgill still not letting Lucky run away with this thing. Them two have got a nice, comfortable lead, almost a full second over top of Eric Wolf, who is running in 3rd position. He's got a bumper full of TBB. Musel still trying to make something happen. TBB to
inside,
trying to go for 3rd away from Eric Wolf. Was not able to do it a few minutes ago. Let's see if he fares better this time. Eric shuts the door on him. Harmon to the inside of Musial. Trying to take over 5th, I think. My standings all messed up. Harmon trying to take over 6th. Either Musial just brushed the wall or you had the suspension hit the ground, one or the other. Harmon was able to make that pass. Taylor Butcher Benjamin to the inside once again of Eric Wolf. Got a little connection issue going on. Looks like Kevin Dix trying to make his way to the inside of Dustin Musial.
Yeah, I can confirm Musial got some contact with the wall. He's got some right front damage.
Yes, he does. I can see that from here as well. Kevin Dick finally gets around Musial. And Chris Lucky pulled away to a nice, comfortable lead. Almost a full second lead over top of Patrick Cowgill.
J.W. Miller looking to the inside of TBB. And looks like he's going to get around him.
And
I think Cowgill might actually be fading a bit.
Oh, wow.
So than Lucky.
Musial got his hands full as Richard Springer just went by him. And he almost brushed the wall again. And now he's going to have David Wright and Mike Springer all over him. Wright goes past Springer on the outside. Wow. Now, do we remember what the tire run and fuel run is for these? It's like 60 laps for a fuel run, ain't it?
Yeah, 55 to 60 on fuel. Tires, probably a little less than that by about 10, 15 laps. And they'll be screaming at you.
Oh, wow. 3 wide for the lead up here, or for second. Cowgill, Lucky, and Wolf. J.W. Miller, Cowgill, and Wolf.
In that battle, he's going to come out on head. He's going to come out second place.
It ain't over. Eric Wolf still looking to the inside of him. They are 3 wide once again, ladies and gentlemen.
They're racing hard 20 laps into this race.
J.W. Miller not backing out of it. Going to shove it on down in there. Going to stick there and going to take away that second spot. But they are still battling hard. Harmon is back up into this thing here as he just made his way around TBB. Cuts across his nose right there.
I mean, this is the battle right here for second place. And, we only have one car in this battle right here that's not in the chase.
And that's Cowgill, who's slowly falling back.
I think he might have burned up his stuff trying to keep up with Lucky.
Yeah, it's possible. These gentlemen are putting on a show here, even though it's only 12 drivers in the playoffs. And while they do all this battle, as you can see, 1.7 second lead for Lucky. Everybody in the back is still doing everything they can to catch the back end of Richard Springer, who Highline Springer is doing his thing. He's doing what he's known for, riding that high line, saving them tires, saving that fuel. That might come into play for him later on. As a battle heats up here between Burgess and Mike Springer. Burgess to the inside. Not able to complete that pass. Back up front, you got Harmon trying his best to get around Eric Wolf. Miller kind of a nice cushion there in front of Eric. I mean, we got Kevin Dick all over and to the inside of TBB just as Harmon goes and tries to make it to the inside of Wolf. Not able to do it, but this battle with Kevin Dick and TBB is still heating up. Looks like Kevin Dick is going to be able to make that pass. No crossover move from TBB as of yet. Gap is still growing. Lucky doing an awesome job here tonight. I believe you picked him to win this thing, did you not?
I did.
Well, he's got it in the bag right now. Of course, if we stay green, the races are won and lost on pit road. That's something you got to think about too. Spinning that car out going down pit road, because the transition coming off here and the closing gap between coming off the track and pit road is kind of short. You have to come in at a really messed up angle, I think. Harmon's still not giving it up, riding around in fourth position, but he's all over the back end of Eric Wolf. Looks like he's trying to get to the inside of him. Not quite able to do it right there, but he is still looking. You got to think David Wright is just sitting back here riding, trying to save as much fuel and tires as he can. We got a battle between father and son, which ended pretty quickly as the son went around his dad, Mike Springer, went around Richard, and now is doing battle with Patrick Cowgill. Not quite. Just about got him cleared. His father going to come down and see if he can't get a little push with some air going there to get around Cowgill. And was able to help Mike get around. And Springer's going to be able to clear him as well, it looks. Just as I say that, we got Burgess to the inside of TBB trying to take over that sixth spot.
Boy, other than Lucky, you got drivers that are coming and going in this race. Said TBB, and I'm thinking he was up battling for second not too long ago, and now he's dropped as far back as seventh, I believe, maybe eighth.
Well, this battle's heating up for second. We got Miller and Wolf doing battle, and of course you got Harmon right there as well. They actually closed the gap on Lucky a little bit. If these three drivers can continue to work together instead of trying to race each other, they may be able to use the draft. I mean, it's not really unheard of, a drafting track this is, but I mean, it looked like that's what they were using was the draft. 3 wide once again. Wow. Harmon's able to back out of it. Wolf almost come across his nose. Like to make contact with J.W. Miller right there as Miller got a little slideways, as DW calls it. Oh, right across his nose again. Going to leave the door open for Harmon. This is a heck of a battle for second. And believe it or not, they're doing this battle. They're still gaining on Lucky. Look at that. J.W. Miller crossover. Tried it. It's almost made it 3 wide right there. Somebody forgot to tell them that they ain't even halfway through this race yet. They're barely a third of the way through this race.
That's what I was going to say. They're just past a quarter of the way through. and they're battling like it's 10 to go.
Well, no surprise. Like I say, if these three cars would work together, they'd may be able to close that gap. But doesn't look like Harmon's willing to work with Eric Wolf right now as he makes the move to get to the inside of him. And all this fighting right here has got to be tearing up them tires, right?
Absolutely. These cars got to start feeling right about now, if not within the next 5 laps, like they're driving on ice skates.
A lot of tightening up, plowing, backing out of the gas early. All that's going to come into play, which is probably what's happening here with our leader, Chris Lucky, as he's already lost at least 0.2 of a second while these guys are doing battle behind him. So either he's saving fuel and not pushing his car as hard, or he's already running into some tire issues. One of the two. Eric Harmon's still not giving it up as he continues to keep looking to the inside of Eric Wolf. Now, I know Eric is a pretty decent driver when it comes to the Roval. Sure, he's not going to have to worry about that one way or the other. Even if he doesn't win here tonight, I'm sure by the time this race and the Roval is over, he'll point his way into our next playoff round. But you gotta keep that in mind. If you got a track that you're not comfortable with, and you got one that you're pretty decent at, Cowgill down pit road. What in the world? Is that can't be a scheduled pit stop at 35 laps?
Oh, that's too soon for a scheduled stop.
It is?
Yeah, we're only 36 laps in. You can go another 25 laps on fuel. You may be wanting tires right now, but you've got plenty of laps to go on fuel where I'd push it another 5 or 10. But we all know Cowgill's got really nothing to gain, nothing to lose here. He's just, out for seat time and to make a showing for sponsors and that sort of thing. So I don't know that when he couldn't get up to the front, if he really wanted to push it with the torque tires.
He may be doing the short pit strategy.
That's possible too, because and I think Eric Wolf just called that he's pitting.
So 40 laps, maybe a run here tonight.
And here comes the 24.
Oh, don't lose it! Don't lose it! Oh, he got really sideways coming down pit road. He got it down under green, so.
I think we're going to start seeing some short pitting.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin came in as well. I'd hate to think, well, I don't know, maybe 35 laps, 30 to 45 laps is a tire run. I know they have. Here comes Lucky. So, scheduled pit stops are coming into play. Harmon's now taking over the lead.
Yeah, they're not even close on fuel.
Everybody's down pit road. Mike Springer, David Wright. Leaves Harmon, Miller, Dick, Burgess, Richard Springer, and Musel not down pit road yet.
Richard's coming this lap. Harmon staying out. Miller staying out. Burgess and Dick stay out.
Richard Springer on pit road now. Muse will come down. 4 drivers yet to pit. Harmon, Miller, Burgess, and Dick. I wonder how long they'll push this tire run. they can make it 56 laps, that's halfway, one stop race.
Yeah, on tires, you can go, 55 to 60 laps on tires. I mean, if you're gingerly with it and you're breaking a hair earlier and getting back on the throttle a hair later, you could maybe pretty easily make 60 laps, and that's going to be about halfway. That's a one-stop race. Everybody that stopped right now will definitely have to stop again.
And the 4 drivers are staying out are Harmon, Miller, Burgess, and Dick. It looks like they're trying to make it a one-stop race, and if they can make it to lap 56 or 57, they will make a one-stop race out of this. Sure, the fuel is not going to be an issue for that. It's whether or not you blow that right front tire. You got to imagine that the reason that the other drivers came in is because the cars was getting too much to handle and wore out that right front or right rear tire.
And they really do get to be a handful at about lap 35. Lucky's going to pass Dick here like he's standing still.
Fresh tires. He's coming up through the field.
Coming up through the field. He's going to go by Burgess here shortly. Of course, he's the looks to be second car lap down because Eric Wolf's ahead of him. And Wolf had 0.7 of a second less time on pit road than Lucky did.
Well, they're both coming up through the field as Eric Wolf just got past J.W. Miller, who is in second, and Lucky is going by him now. So they're actually running down Harmon. They're all over Harmon.
Back on the lead lap, but and Harmon just called out that he's pitting.
So Harmon not going to make a full 56 laps.
I think like he likes what he's seeing with the leaders blowing by him, like they are.
Yeah.
Well, they're not leaders, but the cars that look to be on the lead lap when everything cycles through.
It's going to turn the lead over to another leader for tonight, J.W. Miller. Going to get credited with leading the lap here tonight, so that's at least 5 different drivers who's led here tonight.
That's almost half the field.
Still have Burgess and Kevin Dick and Miller yet to pit.
And here comes Miller.
That's going to turn it over to Burgess. Going to get him.
If I'm mistaken, is another new leader.
I don't know if he got credited for leading that lap, did he? He may have. Calgill,
yes.
Everybody's going by him, though. He just got freight trained. So him and Kevin Dick need to think about coming down pit road. They didn't come this time by. And this battle is heating up here between TBB, Mike Springer, and Patrick Calgill. This is for 5th position, believe it or not. Mike Springer able to get around Calgill. Matt Burgess got a mirror full of Kevin Dick and David Wright. These drivers are going to try to get back on the lead lap the hard way by passing the leader. Wright goes by him like he's just backing up. He just shoves it on the outside of him and just freight trains him. Kevin Dick looks to do the same. You got to imagine that Harmon's going to do the same once he gets to him.
Well, Kevin Dick and Burgess are both on older tires, so this is Kevin Dick looking to go up the front to lead a lap, which I don't believe he has yet.
Well, might as well. Everybody else has. And he does get credit for leading that one. So the only people that ain't led a lap here tonight would be David Wright and Dustin Musial and Mike Springer. Everybody else has led a
I
lap.
believe that's correct.
So the lead is now there on this man, Kevin Dick, who's been out there for 50 laps. 7 more laps and he can make it a one-stop race. Don't know if that will help him out or not. I mean, he'll pick up a lot more time gained once he gets his fresher tires. But you got to think that these other drivers that's already pitted are putting distance on him now. Musial just went by him, got back on the lead lap. J.W. Miller doing the same.
Well, currently Chris Lucky's running in third, and he's just inside, 20 seconds back.
And doing battle with Eric Wolf. That is for his third position. Eric Wolf is in fourth. Chris Lucky third. Well, actually, since it just switched hands, it's Eric Wolf in third and Chris Lucky in fourth. Right? Yeah. No.
Yes, correct.
Well, my timing screen is still showing Eric Wolf in third. All right, it's finally caught up.
So if I'm Kevin Dick's crew chief at this point, I'm telling him to be patient, hit his marks, back up your corners a bit, save me a little fuel, get me to lap 60, and then you're clear to pit.
All right, really all he needs to do is get to lap 57. .57 will put him exactly halfway. Right?
No, 59.
59. Wow. All right, my math is, that's why I don't do math.
So I would say 59, and you got the green flag to stop.
Yep.
You're the current leader. Third place is on fresh tires. Fresh tires from, let's see, almost 30 laps or 20 laps ago.
So he needs to complete 4 more laps, and make it a one-stop race.
Yep.
Burgess right there with him, so you got to think that both of them boys are going to come down pit road at the same time. And when both of these come in, it'll cycle through to this group right here, Eric Wolf and Chris Lucky. Both our picks tonight. Of course, mine over you. Lucky not letting Eric Wolf run away with it. You'll stay right there with him. Had a fast car on that first run. Let's see how he does on this second run. And as you mentioned, they will most likely have to stop again, correct? Everybody is already pitted?
Absolutely, without a doubt. I mean, we're looking at Wolf and Lucky stopped on lap 37 and 38. The best they can hope for is like like we're seeing here with, or not Wolf, I'm sorry. Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf.
As we're seeing here with Kevin Dick, you can go about 60. That'll get them to 97, 98. That's not the end of the race. They're going to have to stop again.
Looks like.
Here comes Dick.
Oh, is he going to big it? Wow, he did. He made it past the commitment zone.
Burgess stays out. No, Burgess, he might, if he pushes it to 58, maybe even 60, I'm wondering if Dick can make it from here.
Well, he just made 58, so one more lap and he's definitely got the halfway mark. So Burgess comes down now. I mean, he's got it. And he's slowing down. Don't wreck it. Slow it. Get it down, get it down, get it down. It's going to be questionable whether he got down the speed or not, but I think he did.
Speed limit's 50.
It's going to turn the lead back over to Eric Wolf, Chris Lucky, Thomas Harmon.
Now this will be interesting because Burgess and Dick are going to be on, they're going to be, almost 25 lap newer fresh tires.
Well, we ain't talked much about this man here, Mike Springer, who rode most of the way in the back on that first run. He finds himself after pit stops in fourth position after pit stops is cycled out. So Mike Springer doing an awesome job here tonight.
In-N-Out Burger number 99. I do like that paint job.
It's a what?
In-N-Out Burger number 99.
Yeah. All I heard was burger. Miller to the inside of him. Going to take that away. That is a position change. J.W. Miller up to fourth. Springer back to fifth. Still not a bad run for him. As we head back up front. You know, I look at this run right here and I see Wolf just riding or racing, and I see Lucky riding. He dominated early on, but now it just seems like he is content to sit right there and be smooth and comfortable and ride right in behind Wolf.
You got to wonder if he's also seeing maybe what Kevin Dick has done. Not that he can make it the distance from here, but he is getting better fuel mileage inside of Eric Wolf's,
draft
there. So I mean, it's probably good for an extra lap or two, maybe even 3 at best. That's just later that he actually has to pit. I mean, I don't know if I hate to say that he's racing for third now, but boy, what Kevin Dick has done is kind of set the table for everybody else, and without a caution, I don't know how anybody can touch him at this point.
You mean Kevin Dick?
Yeah, exactly. That's who I said, isn't it?
I think you said Wolf, but I don't know.
I may have. I tend to get the two confused. And I'm looking at Wolf right now.
Yeah. Anyway, they're doing an awesome job here tonight. Harmon is still almost a full 2.3 seconds off the back end of Lucky. What's that? Am I reading that right? No, 1.8. 1.8.
Yeah.
Off the back of Lucky. So it's his lap gap. Huh. Lucky, I thought, was going to do it right there and move to the inside of a Wolf.
Tell you what, I'm watching Dick right now. He's clutching it in the corner.
Kevin Dick is?
Yep, you go on board with Dick, he's clutching it in the corner.
Why? He's got it.
To make it to the end.
He knows he can make it to the end.
He stopped a little bit too early, and I think he wants to be safe.
Okay. Well, then that means
Dick, he's clutching it through the corner.
Burgess stayed out, so Burgess can definitely make it to the end.
And who knows? He may have been clutching it early too.
This is true. We did not ride on board with either one of them gentlemen to find out what they were doing pre-pit stop.
Actually, he's shutting the damn thing off through the corners.
Don't surprise me none.
He's killing it. No, he is just clutching it. It's going down to 2,000 RPMs, and then he's giving it gas again.
on board with Kevin Dick. I mean, yeah. Let's see if Burgess is doing the same thing. Burgess is doing the exact same thing he's doing.
Same thing.
And in the same spot.
The game's being played in the second round of the playoffs.
You got to do what you got to do, my man. You got to do what you got to do.
Oh, I love this. If this stays green, as we assume it probably will.
Harmon to the inside of Wolf for the lead.
You know these two can go the distance.
Jump on board with them. I know for a fact that these boys are not clutching it.
Lucky's on pit road.
Already?
Already. Well, his last pit was lap 38. This is
70.
30 laps later, roughly, you know. He can go from here.
Oh, it's going to be really close then. Because these two boys up front here are not clutching it at all.
And there's, you know, that's not Burgess.
Lucky coming out of pit road. And he's not going to have far to go to catch up with Eric Wolf to get back on the lead lap. And we know Eric Wolf, Thomas Harmon, J.W. Miller, J.W. Miller may or may not have to pit again. I'm pretty sure he does, though. One thing's for sure, if Kevin Dick and Burgess keep doing what they're doing, they're not going to be pitting again.
No, and right now, Lucky's a lap down, so he'll have to go around the leader and then catch up to Burgess and Dick as well.
Well, that'd be easy to do once they're sitting on pit road.
Those two don't have to pit.
Harmon and Wolf?
No, Burgess and Dick.
Right. And they are still clutching it, so they ain't comfortable just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, your leader of this race is Thomas Harmon, the winner of last week. Bristol Motor Speedway race. Eric Wolf is second, followed by J.W. Miller. Mike Springer back into the fourth position. Taylor Butcher Benjamin rounds out the top five. David Wright, imagine that. He has worked his way up into the sixth position. Followed by Dustin Musial. Then we got Richard Springer. Kevin Dick, who is doing a heck of a job with a fuel strategy and tire management, is in ninth. Matt Burgess doing the same thing in 10th. Then we have Chris Lucky, who has already started his way back up through this field.
Yeah, he's got his sights set on the P1, P2 car right now. He's about to blow past Eric Wolf.
And then rounding out the field is Patrick Calgill, 2 laps down, as Lucky just blows right past Eric Wolf. So, and he's making his way to get around the last place car of Patrick Calgill.
Yeah, he's not just riding now.
Who?
He got his foot in it this time.
No, oh, yeah.
Fast. Goes on fresher tires, too. This is going to get interesting.
3 wide. Harmon's smart enough to back out of it. Calgill and Lucky stayed in it.
That'll put Mr. Lucky back on the lead lap.
That gives Cowgill one of his 2 laps back. How did he go 2 laps down, I wonder?
Not sure. But he's trying to pass Lucky on the outside.
Lucky's got 4 lap fresher tires than Cowgill does. And he's a lot faster driver. Or has proven to be. Eric Wolf down pit road. Mike Springer as well. So, final round of pit stops are coming into play for everyone but our 7th place driver as of right now, Kevin Dick, and 8th, Matt Burgess. And you got to imagine that once everything cycles through, that Kevin Dick and Matt Burgess will be within the top 3, if not leading this race.
Well, and this is huge for Burgess, because Burgess was one of those drivers I mentioned earlier on in the race that are one of the 3 that I thought would be our bubble drivers going into next week at the Roval.
Well, he won't be on no bubble if he finishes this race in second or wins it.
He will not.
So, awesome strategy plan there by Mr. Burgess and Kevin Dick. We are working lap 80 of 117. So that gives them 37 laps to go. At this rate, yeah, we see J.W. Miller coming down. Wright, Dustin Musial, everybody coming down for their final round of pit stops. Giving them that last 37, 38 laps to go on that last run.
Leader on pit road, Harmon's coming down.
I'm watching this man right here, Kevin Dick. It's going to be close.
He's still clutching it.
Well, he better not be clutching it too much, because when everything cycles through, he's not going to have that big of a lead over top of Thomas Harmon. I wouldn't think he would. Did something happen to Burgess?
No, he's still back there.
Okay, I see now. Timing screen's all messed up.
Now, I show Kevin Dick at the point. Burgess in second. Lucky
In
now
third.
in third. A little more than 5 seconds back.
Are them fresh tires that Lucky's got going to be enough?
I think they probably will.
He's gaining pretty quick.
Well, keep in mind, Kevin Dick's clutching it still. I don't know why at this point he needs to go.
Yeah, I think I'd be standing on it, Strucker.
And he is. He's still clutching it through the corner. He might know something we don't. Maybe he didn't adjust his fuel. Who knows why he, thinks he can't make it. If that's the case.
And I wonder if Burgess is doing the same thing. I think Burgess is racing now. He's not clutching it.
Yeah, Burgess is going.
I think maybe Kevin Dick might have heard us, and he's now standing on it. Nope, he's still clutching it. Wow. And Burgess is still not able to catch him? Wow. In fact, Dick pulled away from him. Once again, we got David Wright, Patrick Cowgill, Dustin Musial, and Richard Springer looking to try to get back around Kevin Dick, our leader, on lap 85 of this race. And when he crosses the start-finish line this time by Burgess is able to gain just a little bit. But Lucky is coming. He got 3.5 seconds, and you can see him right there in the picture. He's at the back end of all these cars. I'm pretty sure that Lucky's going to have enough time to get to Kevin Dick. The question is, it's not going to come down to fresher tires, because if Lucky gets to him, it's going to be over. The fresher tires will prevail. You got to think that they will. I don't think Kevin Dick's going to be able to hold him up like Wright was able to do during the Bristol race.
This isn't Bristol. There's plenty of room to pass, plenty of opportunity. We saw that in the first 10 laps.
And fresher tires, especially Kevin Dick's on 29 and Eric Wolf is on 9, so it's a 20-lap difference versus the tires. He'll blow by him like he's backing up.
Yeah, we got about 30 to go. I don't know. I think Kevin may have made a error in judgment here, especially clutching it the way he was. I think he clutched it way too long. He cut the fuel closer than maybe he needed to.
But you got to think that Matt Burgess and Matt Burgess and Kevin Dick are going to still fare fairly well out of this. I don't believe that they're going to finish any worse than second and third. Eric Wolf still, he's 3.1 seconds off the back end of Lucky, so not sure that not a bad call either way for Kevin Dick and Burgess with staying out. It looks like they will make a top 5, if not finish in the top 1 and 2 or 3 and 4, 2 and 3. I mean. Lucky 1.2 seconds off the back end of this man Burgess.
I'm completely baffled at the fact that Kevin Dick is still clutching it through the corners.
And 27 laps to go at that. And you can see that the gap is shortening between Lucky and Burgess. This is our second place driver, Matt Burgess, who is actually falling back off the pace of Kevin Dick, losing time to Kevin Dick. But that gap between Lucky and Kevin Dick is, Burgess, is shortening, as well as the gap between Kevin Dick and Lucky. Right?
Yeah, it is, but it's not going really, really fast. And the fact that he's clutching it through the corners, if he hasn't burned up the tires, he's got, I don't understand. I really don't know what the motivation, getting out of the gas is.
Fresher tires to do battle once he does get to him. If he's not abusing his tires and saving it and everything, once Lucky does get to him, he may have enough to hold him off. Because he only needs to hold him off for another 25 laps, right?
Correct.
So if he can stretch it out to where Lucky catches him at 5 or 6 to go, he may be able to hold him off, block him. I'd hate for somebody to try to block me with 5 laps to go. Might have a repeat of what happened last week. Especially if I'm the number 2 car.
It looks like the 77 is going to go around not 68. The
67.
67, thank you.
Well, they both going to try to make their way around Cowgill. And guess what? Eric Wolf has caught the back end of Lucky. Oh, Lucky got a little loose right there. It's going to leave the door open for Eric Wolf.
right into the hands of our leader too, though. If we have these 3 cars, doing battle,
And they're stuck behind Calgill, who is a lap down. Now they finally move to the inside. Calgill moves all the way up the track to try to give him plenty of room. Eric Wolf, wow. Wolf made a heck of a move right there to get around Burgess. And he's really gapping Lucky. I don't know what, something's happened to Lucky. Has Lucky hit the wall? He couldn't have hit the wall.
Did not.
No, his car looks good. Don't know why all of a sudden he's losing. He's losing ground. He's now almost to 3.5 seconds back from where he started when he come back out of pit road. And your leader is Kevin Dick, still clutching it. 96 laps into this run. 2.2 seconds back is Eric Wolf, looking to try to steal it, and he's got no cars in between him and Kevin Dick, and is a-coming. And you can still hear Kevin Dick clutching this thing. Harmon making his way into this picture. He's all over the back end of Burgess's now as well. Calgill down pit road.
Well, Harmon got around Lucky at some point.
Lucky's dropping, like I said. Harmon just made Burgess drop before.
Lucky was the first one of the the non-one-stop cars to come down pit road. Maybe his tires just finally given up. I mean, he's got about 10 laps older tires than Harmon does.
Yep. Harmon's got 19 laps on his tires, and Lucky has 29. So.
And I told you, they start to fade about 30 to 35.
So Kevin Dick still leading. 1.1 seconds back is Eric Wolf. And that gap is shortening. Can Dick hold him off for 18 more laps? I don't think he's going to be able to.
The big question to me is, does Harmon get to Wolf first?
Well, now that could play into favor for Kevin. If these two drivers, Eric Wolf and Harmon, start racing, because Harmon's there. I mean, he's only 0.7 seconds off the back end of Eric Wolf, who is 0.8 seconds.
Harmon's closer to Wolf than Wolf is Dick at this point, and coming.
Yeah, by a tenth of a second. They both gained a tenth of a second on Kevin Dick that round.
It's possible that 2 of them get there at the same time, which, yeah, that could get ugly.
16 laps to go once they cross the start-finish line. Half a second separates the leader from second. Calgill may have called it a night, ladies and gentlemen. He is still sitting on pit road.
Well, the 10's officially not clutching it anymore.
I think that's what he was waiting on, was someone to get to him. Yeah. This has actually turned into to be an exciting race.
Yeah, we got about 15 to go, and we got 3 cars up here. Looks like they might be battling for the lead.
2 of them are definitely going to be battling each other for sure. The question is whether or not Thomas Harmon allows Eric Wolf to get around Kevin Dick before he tries to make the move to get around him to steal away a second win in the playoff series. And we know Lucky's really not got anything to really lose, as we already know he's going to win the Roval, short of wrecking the car next week. That is my prediction. I'm going to go ahead and call that now. Lucky to win the Roval next week. Look at that. Oh, Harmon got a little loose there as he got all over the back end of Eric Wolf. Gap still staying about the same between Wolf and Dick. 0.3 of a second. Gained a little bit right there. Caught that draft off the back end of him. Sucked him right on up. Kevin Dick's got to be thinking, I got my hands full. 13 laps to go. I got to make this car really wide for 13 laps. Don't know if I can do it. Harmon being very patient right here. Waiting to see if Wolf will make the move and try to follow in his tracks to get around him and go with him. Dick using all the racetrack. Here comes the... Ooh.
Oh, I thought he was going to go low. I thought he was going to take him on the low side.
I'm surprised he didn't go below the line there and hold him down there, or at least block his run. Harmon's not waiting anymore. That's just what Dick needs to see. He needs to block both of these drivers right here, which he just did, and force these two to race each other. If he can keep them doing that for another 10 laps, that's a big if.
Oh, I don't know if he's going to hold Harmon off here.
I don't know if he's going to hold Wolf off. Oh, contact. Was that contact? That was contact, was it?
Contact.
That helped Dick. I wonder if that caused any damage to either one of the cars.
Second and third look to be gathering themselves back up here.
You don't see any damage to either one of the cars.
Oh, Harmon just almost dirt tracking it through that corner.
Wolf to the inside of Harmon. Not able to make it. This is what Kevin Dick needs to see happen. He needs to see these two drivers battle.
Harmon's clear. Harmon's clear of Wolf. Harmon's going to set sail now and you know, get by Kevin Dick at this point, I think.
7 laps to go once they cross the start-finish line.
Lucky's around Burgess. I think he's too far back to make anything of it. 3 full seconds back.
Yeah, he's pretty much where he was once he come out of pit road. Looks like Kevin Dick going to do the block once again on Harmon. I don't think he's going to be able to do that too many times. We already know Harmon will turn you. Hint, hint, wink, wink, right? To the inside.
What are you saying right's name for? What? No, I don't understand.
No, I said right, right.
You mean correct right?
Yeah, if you want to call it that.
He's getting around him. Right here's where he gets around him.
Now, is he going to pull Wolf with him? Oh, he wasn't able to do it. Look at that.
He's going to get him on the backstretch.
Hold him down there, and he won't.
There it is. He'll get that run off topside.
He got Wolf pushing now. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, yes. Kevin Dick making that car extra, extra wide. He's doing everything he can to make his strategy play out for him. And it's actually working. 5 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. When we cross the line this time by,
And he's taking it to the high side. He's getting that run down the backstretch, that huge run down the backstretch by keeping it on the high side.
And he's blocking Harmon as he does it, coming down off the corners. 5 laps to go. No contact, please. Harmon doing everything he can to try to get back past Wolf. Chris Lucky still maintaining that 3.2 seconds. Not going to be a factor, I don't believe, in the closing laps of this race. But you got to give Kevin Dick and Burgess a big hats off to the strategy. Matt Burgess is going to most likely end up finishing with a top 5 position. So not a bad call for him. Wolf to the inside.
I think Wolf's got him this time.
He powerhouses around him. Oh, is he going to get to him? Oh, yes, both of them get around him.
Both of them around him. That's going to be it. They're going to set sail at this point, I'll bet. Unless they're fighting each other.
Well, they may wreck each other. It ain't over yet. Kevin Dick can still win this thing by virtue of contact. We've seen anything's possible. Harmon still looking. Got a heck of a run right there. He's underneath Eric. Wouldn't it be something for a 3-wide battle coming across the start-finish line because these two are racing each other?
I'm all for it.
Too close to call on that one. I think iRacing gave it to Wolf leading that lap. Harmon is there. Oh, they are really tight going through the turn here. Kevin Dick got a good run. He's all over the back end of Harmon. 2 laps to go. They make it to that white flag. This race is over.
White flag's in the air.
No matter what happens now, checkers or records, baby. Let's get her done. How bad do you want another win, Harmon? He's there. He's all over him. And nice block by Eric to take the win. Harmon second. Kevin Dick, nice strategy, pulls out third. Chris Lucky will make a top 4 finish, followed by Matt Burgess, J.W. Miller, Mike Springer, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, David Wright, Richard Springer, Dustin Musial, and Patrick Cowgill. Awesome race. Thomas Harmon started this thing first. Going to end up finishing second. It's going to lock 2 drivers in by virtue of wins. That'd be Eric Wolf and Thomas Harmon. Kevin Dick cannot hold his hat in shame here tonight. He did an awesome job. So we will start our... well, let's see if... yeah, let's get that in. Let Eric Wolf do his little burnout. Get his celebration in. Awesome job, Mr. Wolf. We'll get to you in just a minute. Run up there and grab that flag from the flagman. I
got questions for Kevin Dick, though.
Well, we're getting ready to find out what the answers are to those questions as we're getting ready to pull him in here. As soon as I can find him. Where is he? Wow, I'm looking everywhere and he's right above us.
Just gonna say, he's right above us in race chat.
Mr. Kevin Dick, my man, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Wow, hell of a strategy. almost worked out for you there. 5 laps shorter, I think you would have won this thing. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty close, but wish I would have saved a little bit more during that first run. That second run, I saved as much as I could, and I mean, I don't know. I had to go like when I went. Otherwise, I don't know. They would have been way too close, and even then, like I ran off coming off a 4, so I saved as much as I had to. But even then, it just I don't know. The little bit newer tires that they had made just a little bit more of a difference, and I just couldn't keep up with them at that last lap.
Go ahead and ask it.
You actually ran out of fuel coming off of 4?
I did, yeah.
That answers my question.
Yeah, we were wondering why you kept clutching it so long. Now we noticed that you came in a little bit earlier than Burgess did, but still, wow, what a hell of a strategy, man.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure if I was going to be able to make it, but figured I'd give it a shot, and it almost turned out.
Well, thoughts and concerns going into the Roval. You got a nice finish here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Just try and make it to the end.
Well, I think you're going to point yourself in no matter what happens at the Roval. But either way, you did a heck of a job. Nice strategy here tonight. You got anything else for Mr. Dick there, Rod?
I mean, like I said, I was just curious about why he was clutching so much. The one official race I did, it looked like you could go about 55 to 60 laps on a tank of fuel. So I thought, my thinking was you had more than enough, and we didn't understand why you were clutching it. But my numbers must have been off.
Yeah, that would have been quite a few laps short.
Well, Mr. Dick, you know I say it every race, man. Shout-outs, get them in, get them out. You might have them.
Well, this time it's on the good old Ford fuel efficiency that got me to the end on this one.
Well, finally you got somebody to thank. Even if it is a Ford, you do know what's on the bottom of your race car, right?
I know.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Well, with that being said, congratulations on your top 3 finish. Look forward to seeing you back here next week at the Roval, my man.
Yeah.
That was tons of fun, Kevin. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, my man. Catch you next week.
For sure.
All righty. We're going to move over to Mr. Harmon. Get his thoughts on what happened here tonight. Oh, Lord, where's it at? Mr. Harmon, you got a copy, my man?
See, Dave, this is what happens when you start up front. You finish well when you start up front and don't start in the back.
But you don't have as much fun. Right?
I don't think that starting in the back would have benefited tonight at all. And I'm pretty sure that me starting up front and being able to stay up front instead of burning my stuff up, working way through, gave you guys one hell of a show.
Oh, my God, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was an awesome show out there, man. Say the race was 5 laps shorter. Still had it, or no?
No, I don't think I was at ever any point actually clear. I know Kevin was had a little bit older tires, and I don't know how old, but he definitely saved some stuff. But I knew it was holding me and Eric up, and I was hoping to get by Eric first, which I accomplished, and then I was hoping to clear Kevin, but it just didn't happen, and Wolf got back by me, and then I knew the fight was on.
59 laps for tires for Kevin Dick. You had 37. Eric Wolf had 40 on that run. So
Sounds about right.
he did a heck of a job, man. Kevin did on that run there, especially being able to run 60 laps or almost 60 laps on that last run there. Contact almost cost you the race there at the end. Walk us through it.
Yeah, when me and Eric were side by side, it did that freaking death wobble, and it hit me, and it put me into his side, and I tried to give him extra room after that. He's a clean driver, he always has been, and I didn't want to do him dirty.
I hear you. Well, what you got for him, Mr. Fossenall? You got something for you, man?
No, like I said, I even said it on the race chat. That was probably the most fun I've had all season watching you guys race. You guys put on one hell of a show there at the end, even with the slight mishap between you and Wolf. I mean, that was. We actually thought up here in the booth you might actually have just given Kevin a chance to win this thing.
No, I knew he, like I said, I knew he had older tires, and I knew me and Eric ran him down pretty fast. But I knew he had older tires, and that me and Eric were given the chance we get by and be gone. Whoever got by him first was going to go. Fortunately for me, I don't know if him and Wolf made contact, but
No.
broke his momentum, broke Kevin's momentum, and allowed me to get by with Eric. And I almost got the lead there, but just couldn't get it cleared.
Well, you did an awesome job. You looking forward to watching Lucky win the next race at the Roval?
I just can't wait for it to be done.
I hear you. Well, we all know who's going to win that one, so you can show up or not. You got 2 wins. You can probably actually take a freebie and not have to worry about it. You are already locked into the playoffs. You just crushed somebody's hopes. Oh, actually, you didn't win tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. You came close.
Won last week, and Wolf won this week, and Dick with his third place finish. I mean, you know, if Chris ends up winning next week, I'm just looking at the standings right now. Those 4 are going to easily advance.
Yeah, not a problem for sure. So you can actually still take the race off. You're still going to locked in. You got to win from Bristol.
On that,
So-
we had 3 playoff drivers not show up tonight, so
We had 3 that didn't show up tonight. So,
yep.
and those 3 that didn't show up tonight are also the same 3 that didn't show up last week. So they're definitely not going to make the playoffs. We got 1 guy in the field and on the bubble tonight. And who was that? And who do you think it is, Rod?
I'm looking at the standings, and Burgess finishing where he did. That'll probably move Mike Springer and Dustin Musial to that number 9 bubble spot.
Yeah, to
'Cause
the
I think
cutoff.
TBB's far enough ahead, and he finished ahead of Springer and Musial, so I think he might be okay unless he does abysmal at the Roval.
Actually, he did not finish in front of Mike Springer. Springer finished in front of him.
Well, there we go. That could even them up because they were only 2 points apart.
So, TBB, Springer, and Musial on the button for the transfer spot going into the Roval. It's going to be a heck of a playoff finish. Well, you know I say it every race, Harmon. Shout outs. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Same thing as every week. You guys up in the booth for broadcasting it to everybody. Do what?
Avril.
You gotta save the best for last, man. Calm down. Calm down.
It's premature. That's what Rice. Never mind. I ain't going to go there.
Family show.
Yeah. All the shout out to all the drivers that come out each week. That being said, we need more drivers, guys. Come on, get the truck guys up here. Let's go. Need more variety. There's only like a dozen of us here.
Maybe I'll do a
we need
broadcast and race next weekend.
Yeah, I'll come in and wreck you. How's that? I think
Tick from the car.
Yeah, I'll broadcast from the inside the car next week too. How's that sound? Nah, I can't do that. The fans wouldn't like that. But anyway, finish your shout outs, man. Get them in. You got a couple more things to go.
Yeah, the Team Race Chat guys, Chris Lucky, Eric Wolf, Dick this time around. Definitely strong finish, fun finish. Easily one of the most fun races I've had. And then Avril on the side of the car.
Well, Mr. Harmon, we look forward to seeing you back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
I'll be there.
Alrighty, my man. We'll put you back in Dysfunctional Patriots. How's that?
That might not go well.
All right, where you want me to put you there?
Race Chat.
Sim Race Chat?
Yeah, Team Race Chat.
Team Race Chat. Alrighty, my man. Here we go. Alrighty, well, that's going to bring us to this man here, Eric Wolf, who did a heck of a job here tonight. Ended up starting this race third going to come walk away here with a win. Going to lock yourself over into the playoffs here tonight. Eric Wolf did a heck of a job here. Do you have a copy, Mr. Wolf?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, you're locked into the playoffs. Don't have to worry about the Roval. So now you can sit back and watch Mr. Lucky win the thing. How's that sound? Comforting. I know that's right. Walk us through your race, man. We were just about wondering if you were going to have enough to catch the back end of Kevin Dick and the little bit of contact that you had there with Mr. Harmon. I know it wasn't on purpose by either one of you. But walk us through your race and your thinking to the strategy. I was really surprised that you didn't try a one-stopper like Kevin Dick did.
Yeah, from the start, I hadn't had a chance to do the fuel calculations and everything to know that it was possible to do it on one stop. So I thought that it was a two-stopper from the green. So the first run, I just tried to be conservative on the tires and not burn them up. And it worked out okay, but I was unable to catch Chris before I pitted. Then came out of the pit stop. I was able to stay ahead of him and actually was able to hold him off that second run. I ran it a little bit harder. So I turned it up to, I don't know, maybe 85% up from the 75 from the run before. I was able to hang on to that, but Thomas came just blowing by us. So I thought, man, I guess the way to do it is just to run hard. So on that third stop, I came, or I guess it would have been the second stop, I came in and came out from there, and I just decided to run hard that last run. And I tried to give myself a little bit more laps there. So I ran fewer laps on the first stint, a little bit more on the second stint, and then the most laps on the third stint as the track continued to rubber up. And yeah, I ran it really hard that last run. I wasn't even watching to see where Kevin was because I thought he was going to run out of fuel and not make it. So I was not concerned with him. He did an awesome job. Almost won the race. So yeah, great race by Kevin. Great strategy. I can take a break right now if you guys want me to, or I can go.
I don't want to crush you at all at this, but he was clutching it in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 for probably a good 15 laps.
Oh, more than that. I mean, he was clutching it immediately once he come out of the pit.
20-25 laps. He
Yeah.
was just clutching it and coasting a ton, and you guys didn't catch him till about 10 to go.
That's when he got back on the gas. As soon as y'all two caught him, he started racing.
Yeah, so on my team chat, the guys were saying he's got to be clutching, but by that point, I was right behind him. I said, "No, there's no way he's clutching. He's too fast." But it makes sense that he was running that way in order to get to the end on his pit strategy. So yeah, he did a really good job, and he had a lot of tire left there toward the end because he wasn't using much of it if he's running that slow.
Yeah.
Start clutching it and stuff. So yeah, that makes sense why he was able to hang on as well as he did there toward the end.
Yeah, he told us he ran out of fuel on the last lap in the fourth corner.
Wow. He
So-
did it just right then.
Awesome job by you yourself. You're locked in. Not a problem now. You can take the road off if you want to, but I'd like to see you out there. I'd like to see everybody back next week for the Roval. I hate to be broadcasting with 8 drivers. You like the Roval that much, huh?
I'll be there for that race.
All righty, Mr. Wolf. Well, I say it every week. Shout outs. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Yeah, so it was fun with the DPR guys tonight in the race chat, and then you guys put on the broadcast all the time. Thank you for that. JP for putting on the league, and then the guys I was racing, Thomas, you mentioned the contact we had off too.
Mm-hmm.
We're both just running really hard for position. I started to have the rears get away from me there, and I got a little bit loose. I think it was probably me coming down on him more than anything because I wasn't all the way out at the wall like I had been the previous couple laps. I don't know if he got loose or not, or if he pushed, but
He did.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
no-
it was just incidental contact there. And then Kevin, he raced really hard. So when I was going into turn 1 to take the lead, I got under him and I had him cleared, and I started getting back to the throttle, and then the rear started getting away from me again. But at that point, that late in the race, I had to stay in it. And I don't know how hard he had to come out of it, but I'm sure he had to come out of it to keep from running me over. So I appreciate that. But that's just hard racing for the win there at the end. And then Chris Lucky, him and I had a bunch of side-by-side stuff going on there where we were really close. So those 3 guys made it really fun running side-by-side.
Yeah, I think I can honestly say, and anybody that ends up listening in on the broadcast later, that this race was probably the most fun and most exciting race I've watched all season from you Grand National guys. It was fantastic.
And and especially with only 12 drivers in this field, and it was a green flag run from start to finish. Still an awesome, exciting race. Really, from start to finish. I was really surprised. I thought it was going to be a single file, follow your line. Whoever's out first at the round of pit stops was going to win the race. But y'all sure fooled me.
No, you guys were racing from the green flag. It was amazing.
Yeah, Vegas is a fun place. It has the potential to put on good races like that in these cars where you don't run wide open the entire time. So it was a lot of fun. And you look at that, 117 laps, and it's decided by 7/100ths of a second. So that's pretty incredible right there.
Yep. So, again, congratulations on your win, Mr. Wolf. We'll see you back here next week, my man.
All right, sounds good. Later.
Yep. Now, he said he was actually in S2R, so we'll put him down in there. And let him have a good time down in there.
You're in trouble over here.
I know, man. I'm just so mean. He is actually in Dysfunctional Patriots, if I can find it. Why can't I find it? We do have a Dysfunctional Patriots channel, right?
I believe so.
He's gone anyway, so it don't matter.
He's already back in there.
Yeah, I couldn't find it on my screen for some reason, but anyway, hey, guess what? It's gonna work. It's gonna work, guys. Unofficial results. Eric Wolf led 17, led the last one. That's all he really needed to do. Walks away and locks himself into the championship playoffs. Congratulations, Mr. Wolf, on your win. Thomas Harmon led 20 laps. Comes home second. Kevin Dick leads the most laps here tonight. Comes home third. So he's going to get some nice bonus points for not only leading the lap, but for leading the most laps as well. So way to go, Kevin Dick. Chris Lucky leads 32 laps, comes home fourth. Matt Burgess gets fifth. J.W. Miller is sixth with 1 lap led, and I believe that is going to be just about everybody that led a lap here tonight. Mike Springer, 7th. Taylor Richard Benjamin, 8th. David Wright, 9th. And Richard Springer comes home in 10th. Followed by Dustin Musial and Patrick Calgill. Wow. Next race in this series is going to be the Charlotte Roval. So look forward to coming back here next Monday night to watch that road course. Next broadcast is going to be here again at Sin City for the Trucks race tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. I hope we get a broadcast in. JP may or may not get it in. I'm not sure, but tune in tomorrow night to find out if we got a truck race broadcast. Oh, I got that Pepsi is giving me the hiccups. With that being said, got credits tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's working, so got to thank James Pandolf for everything he does: ownership, financial, marketing, broadcasting, administration, race control, all that stuff. Way to go, JP. Thank you, bud. You got your hats and everything. I want to thank our graphics department, Martin Wenzel, for especially everything he does week in and week out for our graphics, keeping us up to date. We are, I believe, completely graphics up. Everything but the point standings for our playoffs is done. So thank you, Martin Wenzel, for that. Jordan Gonzalez for our ATVO package that we have here tonight. Want to thank the broadcasters, myself, James Pandolf, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Rod Fosnall, and everybody else that's joined in this season to help us out broadcasting. Thank you. We look forward to maybe having y'all back here next season. Pretty sure, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this will probably be my last year broadcasting, but still will still be a part of DRL. I'm hoping anyway. Race control. James Pandolf.
We always need race control. You'd love to do that, wouldn't
Oh, no. They ain't enough money in this world to pay me to do that, to have them drivers yell at me. No, because I yell back. Trust me. And I use...
You'd be perfect at it then.
I use foul language, especially if you get me upset, and don't want to be that way. I've let a couple foul languages slip during broadcasting.
Last year, right?
Yeah. Race control. Got to thank James Pandolf, Dakota Wilkins, Taylor Mitchell Benjamin, Jeremy Hebel, Dakota Wilkins, Doug Lockrow, everybody that does race control who's helped out this season. Thank you. It is a thankless job, and I'm glad, like I said, that I don't have it. Y'all do not get paid enough to do it. Actually, you don't get paid anything to do it, but you take the abuse anyway, and we really do appreciate it. Administration, James Pandolf, Getty Butner, Martin Wenzel, and myself. Thoughts and concerns, drivers in Discord, have a question, hit us up. We'll be more than glad to answer your questions. On the website, if you got questions or whatever, YouTube, hit JP up. The link to his email is on our DRL webpage, so sure he can answer any questions you might have. He's got his hands full, but that still doesn't matter. He likes to answer emails, trust me. With that being said, Mr. Fastenal, what do you think about closing this thing out and coming back here tomorrow night, do some racing?
I'm looking forward to coming back tomorrow night and racing. I'm racing for fun now. The pressure's off. I didn't make the playoffs, so now I'm just out there having fun.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and make it official. Minus a heart attack, I will be here Tuesday night, ladies and gentlemen, next week. Not this week, next week for Talladega. You know it's a super speedway, and I am going to show up to race it, and I hope to win it. But if not, I am going to push one of my few drivers that I like out there to a win, hopefully. Don't think it'll be a co-broadcaster, though. Wink, wink. What, no comment?
I gotta be there.
No.
I don't wreck somebody first.
Well, if I team up with y'all and I don't get wrecked at Talladega, might switch teams. Martin.
Trying hard enough.
Yeah, no, Martin Wenzel, Marvin has got me a couple of times. So if you go back and watch the replays, ladies and gentlemen, you'll know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to ride him no more than just calling him out by his first name. So anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, good night and God bless from Dynasty Racing League. We had a fun time. We look forward to seeing you back here next week.
Good night, everybody.
Or tomorrow night if you show up for a Truck Series race, if we have one. And with that being said, amen.